Unfortunately, the horrific case of Irina Zarutska that caught the world's attention just a few weeks ago is not the only case with a very similar storyline this year. There was another tragic murder, which happened on May 3rd of this year, and is now getting a whole new level of attention after the victim's father testified during a House hearing. 22-year Logan Federico was visiting friends at the University of South Carolina in Greenville when a man broke into the house that she was staying at, killed her, stole her credit cards, and then went on a shopping spree. The suspected killer, Alexander Dickey, had been arrested 39 previous times and had 25 felonies, all in about a 10-year time period, as he was only 30 himself. And yet that man was walking free. And actually, I wanted to go and kind of look at his criminal record because it is truly astonishing to actually just read it and see it yourself. So let's just scroll through a couple of these here. It's wild. State of South Carolina versus Alexander Devontae Xavier Dickey. Receiving goods represented as stolen. That's one of them. Let's see. Possession of stolen vehicles. Fantastic. And these are all separate, by the way. Failure to stop, so a traffic offense. A weapons charge, unlawful carrying of a pistol. Criminal conspiracy. Burglary. Possession of firearms by a person convicted of violent felony. Drugs, specifically possession of 1 gram of meth or cocaine. I mean, it just goes on and on. And again, this is a 30-year-old man. Somehow, and I only read a couple of the charges, he was just roaming free. This, as a viewer, is just absolutely maddening, and I cannot even fathom what her family must have felt and are feeling. Thankfully, though, her father has spoken up and spoken out at a House hearing, and his testimony was so powerful and so gripping. I want to show it to you guys, even though it's a hard watch, so I'll warn you in advance, but I think it initiates a worthwhile conversation.
How many of y'all have kids? I'm just curious. Here's what I need you to do. When I tell you this story, think about your kids. Think about your child coming home from a night out with their friends, laying down, going to sleep, feeling somebody come in the room and wake them, and drag her out of bed, naked, forced on her knees, with her hands over her head, begging for her life, begging for her hero, her father, me. That couldn't be there. She was 5'3". She weighed 115 pounds. Bang! Dead. Gone. Why? Because Alexander Devontae Dickey, who was arrested 39 times, 25 felonies,
It's so crazy,
was on the street. How about that? How good are we doing for our family? How good are you doing for your kids? He should have been in jail for over 140 years for all the crimes he committed. You know how much time he spent in prison? A little over 600 days in 10 years. He's only 30 years old. My daughter wanted to be a teacher. She finally figured it out 2 weeks before she was executed. And I haven't heard a damn word from Byron Gibson in South Carolina. Not one word. 4 months, no communication. Her name's Logan Federico, not Irina. And you will not forget her. I promise you. You will be sick and tired of my face and my voice until this gets fixed. I will fight until my last breath for my daughter. You need to fight for the rest of our children, the rest of the innocents, and stop protecting the people that keep taking them from us. Please. 39 crimes in 10 years, 25 felonies. What y'all did, you woke up a beast and you pissed off the wrong daddy. Because I'm going to put it out there, and I'm not going to be quiet until somebody helps. Logan deserves to be heard. Everyone on this panel deserves to be heard. And we will. My daughter laid on the floor for 7 hours before somebody in that house recognized that something was wrong. And that career criminal, an hour later, went on a spending spree with her debit card. When they saw his face on a video, they didn't have to do a check. He was arrested so many times they knew who he was.
That's such a maddening part of this. The second they saw his face, they're like, oh yeah, that's Dickey. Yeah, we know him. Maddening on every level.
They knew exactly where to go get him. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic that I'm here today. Thank you for your time.
He's so respectful, and it is so commendable to watch him be so poised, yet so angry. And I hope that he just continues to be this effective communicator, because obviously that man can communicate a message, and I'm eager to see what he is able to continue to do in the future. But man, what a father. That video currently has over 13 million impressions on X. I mean, everyone's watching that. And again, that man is making a difference. That father is making a difference. And so I just hope and pray that he continues to just speak out about this, which it's clear that he will. Now, the comments, obviously, everyone was angry at the fact that, again, 25 felonies, 39 arrests. It's insane. It's asinine. Colin Rugg said to, again, those who allowed this to happen, they think they're so virtuous by having compassion and empathy for criminals. Again, it's that idea of mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. That is exactly relevant in this conversation. Another person just posted a meme and they said, abort our own children, import hostile immigrants, disarm ourselves. I mean, yeah, that's the groupthink of a certain group of people that, again, is completely, it doesn't make any sense. Nor does just having endless empathy toward career criminals who haven't even had the opportunity to be rehabilitated because they haven't been in prison long enough. I mean, it's crazy to me. I'm trying to get over the fact that this guy's 30 and has that record and was walking the streets. And again, that's just the record of things that they caught him doing. Gunther Eagleman said, every politician who sees this video will have a great fear of fathers like him. He's absolutely right. Now, specifically, one of the lawmakers responded in real time during that hearing, and I just wanted to play that clip because at least this is a good response, a good starting point, I should say.
We have failed leaders who are leading us down the road to failed outcomes, and it's their kids that paid the price.
Yep.
That's got to stop. I've got a daughter, 2 daughters, Reagan and McKinley. They're 6 and 8. And God forbid, if something like that ever happened to them, I could not be a civil citizen. Mr. Federico, I thank you for your restraint today.
Yep.
God bless you.
Yep, that's such a good point. I love hearing that line coming from a lawmaker. I couldn't be a civil citizen. How could you be? And that's why, again, this is just so commendable to this father here. I am glad to see that lawmakers are forced to listen to this. Hopefully forced, in theory, to then take action against this. But will they? What now? What happens now? What will change? Because there's already finger-pointing happening online, who's responsible and they're responsible, no, it's them, and so no one's taking accountability. But there should be a collective effort to then fix this. I even heard reports that there were these issues between different law enforcement agencies and different counties, that they missed things and didn't see things because they actually don't share data and communication the way that you would think different counties do. I mean, there's so much there that needs to be fixed. Even to that point specifically, I remember being an intern when I was 19 and I was in a courthouse, and I was learning that an agency from one county didn't actually really ever communicate with this other county that was right nearby. They didn't share the same database of information about criminals. And I thought to myself, even then as a teenager, what do you mean? I mean, that to me blew my mind, and that was several years ago. So there are issues here that can be fixed on levels even beyond that. And frankly, even that just seems like a simple fix. And somehow it's not already the case. The real question here is how many innocent people have to die when their deaths could have been prevented? It is desperately time for a change. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Comment Section. For more content like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And for other content, you can follow me on X and Instagram, as well as our Comment Section Instagram. I'll see you guys in the comments.